Just be yourself.
How many sessions that you do? Because you are a professional doctor.
Yeah.
You have a balance of the time.
Yes.
So how many sessions?
I'm now 68. I've been practicing medical practice for 45 years. I think it's high time to taper it off. And I love this work. And so I do more of this.
I found the Amarantos website. I spoke to Nehama and I checked out a few other websites here in Bangalore. And she convinced me. What she said was very precise. That's what I would say. And I'm so glad I made the choice to come to Amarantos.
It was not accepted in 2009. So again it was in 2022 when I again applied. That is when it got accepted, and it was an amazing experience. These 5 days, even I was not sure that I would be able to do this regression. I was kind of apprehensive. When you were regressing all these people, I thought it's some. You need a lot of experience to do it, and I realized that it can be done. Yeah, that was an eye opener. So I just followed like all the steps, and it can be done.
A dua comes in my mind. Guru Govind do khade, kaake lagu paaye. Baliyari Guru aapne, Govind diya bataye. Even if God has asked us to heal and help people, Guru is the one who shows us the path. So you are my Guru, and in our culture we kind of touch feet.
I'm actually overwhelmed with joy, lot of emotions coming in. I thank my universe for this opportunity because I was destined to be here. That's the reason I'm here today and successfully completing
so much. Finally thanking the universe because I worked as I'm a psychotherapist, worked for 10 years. So I think the thought was, if I can go back to childhood to understand the issues to help my clients, why don't I go back a little further and access the actual database so that I can help them, even more. When the thought occurred, I don't know, I just Googled and there were a couple of suggestions. I felt very drawn to Amarantos. I can't explain why I was so drawn. At 8:30 in the morning, I remember signing up. Next day, Neha called and then I was in. So it happened so quickly, but I'm sure it's no coincidence, as we know. It was in place and it had to happen. And I'm really, really, really happy that I learned from you. I learned from this place among all these people because I'm getting goosebumps. It's very overwhelming and very beautiful.
I think we are all blessed to be here together, to learn, to grow, to help each other actually. And I think I'm really thankful to everyone who have witnessed the whole thing along with me. It's like I had a whole army together. There is no way that I can go back from here empty-handed. No way. With all these things sorted out, it's like I'm full to the brim. Like it can never go empty now. It can never.
And before coming to this session, I was like always learning about myself and God saying that there is not so many things happening. And I have realized so much that people here have endured so much of pain in their life. So in compare to them, I need to stop complaining. This is the sense of realization for me, and I take every point of this event. And I also do serve and try to help many people suffering because of this event. Thank you so much.
इंसानियत इंसान को इंसान बना देता है, लगन हर मुश्किल को आसान बना देता है। अमरंटस में आने के बाद, अमरंटस का PLR वर्कशॉप में आने के बाद डॉक्टर वेनु सर हम सबको सक्सेसफुल एंड स्पिरिचुअल थेरेपिस्ट बना देता है। एंड आई डिड लॉट ऑफ penance, lot of tapasya by going 5 times to Tirupati, having the darshana, and to my Kuldevi's place somewhere in Kuldapur, and then Kolhapur, and then Mantralayam, so and so. and other one. All the 5 gods and 8 gurus, I take the name, starting from Adi Shankara, Kanchi Kampoti, Chandrasekhara Saraswati, then Raghvendra Swami, and then Ramana Maharshi, Satyatma Tirtha, and then Satyadhyam Tirtha. And then recently, before enrolling myself, Mahatar Babaji, all these 8 gurus to help me and to come out from this confusion, where to shall I go and take this PLR therapy. Identified, selected, authorized and certified the great and greatest Guru, Venu sir. Then only I came here and got this opportunity to select here, and then I was successfully able to complete this 5 days. From now onwards, apart from these all 8 gurus, Venu sir is all for me, everything for me. Teacher, guide, coach, consultant, counselor, mentor, master, guru, guru's guru, and godly figure who has taken birth on this earth to relieve all our pains and to give a lot of joy, peaceful and happiness. Thank you, Lord.
It was like 10 years I was searching for a place where I could learn this thing, and I can see the light from the other side of the tunnel, but I have to enter that tunnel yet. Thank you so much.
Thank you everybody for your presence here. And today I experienced something exceptional, and I guess I might have come here for that as well. So yeah, thank you so much.
Without Neha's support, Venu couldn't have done all this. Like, she is the pillar under the building of family. So thank you, Neha, all to you. And then thank you, Venu, because you allowed me to come here, that I am having something I was carrying from so many years. I'm so satisfied now, because the thing what I wanted from 19 years, got it. I'm feeling that burden free of my heart. And you are providing such an immense thing, such a beautiful thing. Like everybody of us, we will be able to heal others. This emotional pain, it can't be measured. Like physical pain, doctors can do it, but emotional pain, it can't be done. And you are providing such a good source to the country. Like the person who have trained, you have trained till now, they might have healed so many persons, and it is bigger than something really. And you are taking time out of your busy schedule for this. And really thanks from heart to you.
Thank you all for coming. Seeing your beautiful faces is giving us a lot of encouragement that yes, it is magical. So like Venu says, if you want it to happen, it will happen. Yes, this is magical and it happens.
Just want to ask one question is like, probably 2 questions. What are the challenges that you face in your journey, at least the first year, in terms of either getting clients or like
Alright, now coming to your question of what are the challenges, right? So it was one of self-confidence and self-doubt. I was one of the last to start in my batch to regress others, and as far as the self-confidence and doubt is concerned, right, I would say just be yourself. I mean, this is what I learned from my experiences. Be yourself, trust yourself, and it will happen. And all that I did was, I shared with my friends and family and relatives saying that, hey, I've done this 5-day workshop about PLR, and the questions were mostly, Why did you get PLR done for yourself? What made you go for it? And yeah, those are the questions, and just answer those questions truthfully, honestly, from the bottom of your heart, and people will come to you. One of my classmates, high school classmates, came, and then it just happened naturally by word of mouth. Because when you are yourself, people will come to you. You don't have to really market yourself. When I say I, it's not really me that is doing it, but the experience I have is is like being guided. As long as you follow the 15-step process, especially the history taking part where you connect with the client, and even before, when you speak to the client for the first time, that is where the connections happen. And when the history taking is done with connection, with the intent in place, the rest of the session will happen by itself. You may be concerned that, what do I guide them with, especially during the integration phase, right? At the end of the session, just share from your life experiences, and that will be more than enough.
No two sessions are alike, even for the same person, and no two experiences are alike. And it's a very beautiful point that you said. Our authenticity shows up. When we are authentic, shows up. And to a lot of people, I have shared my life. And history taking, again, I wanted to also stress upon that. You see, I did it in 2019 December, and then Corona happened, and so there was no possibility of physical sessions. And then we all actually in our batch were talking about online sessions and all that. I somehow couldn't, maybe I'm a full timer, so it just wouldn't happen. But then I thought the video call can be the history taking part, and they see me, they get connected. And so I did some of them, quite a bit of history taking, or actually getting acquainted with more than the history taking, happened through video calls for me. And then they wanted to meet me, and then that's how. And one challenge that I am sure some of you would have, honestly, our house is really big, okay, and we both are doctors. My challenge was about where to do it. I did not feel like investing, or did not, probably it was Corona time and everything, to invest in a place, a studio for that. So one of the bedrooms had to be used. So I had to use the guest bedroom, and I'm ever grateful to my family, my son, my dog, and everybody for being so generous in their understanding of what was happening. And the house would be quiet.
Even the dog,
my son would keep him in his room, and he knew, I've been teaching Reiki from 1997 in my house only. So during Reiki times, dog knows. Now this dog is only 10 years old, so Advit takes him to the room, and he's not supposed to make too much noise. And I'm so grateful that they cooperated. How much they must have given up for me to be doing the sessions, I don't know. So that was one challenge. And then though Venu had said about the recliner and all that, I didn't have the resources for that. So I used a cot, Venu, frankly. I used my guest cot. But we had a discussion also. They can sleep off. That thing of that recline, you are awake as well, aware, and you're not lying down makes you sort of feel, it's time to sleep. So that was one challenge. And so try to get the proper seating. And as a doctor, I would see patients, and patients would bring in clients. For me, that happened. They used to say that she doesn't believe in chemicalizing people. So maybe you should go to her. Just be yourself.
How many sessions that you do? Because you are a professional doctor.
Yeah.
You have to balance of the time.
Yes.
So how many sessions?
I'm now 68. I've been practicing medical practice for 45 years. I think it's high time to taper it off. So my medical practice has been tapered. Now I hardly do some 20-25%. And I love this work. And so I do more of this. So, on an average, like 3 to 4 clients, and I do the full 2 days, 2 full days. And she also does. And sometimes, yes.
And she also takes the Reiki classes.
Yeah. And I do other things. I am a breastfeeding supporter. I do some classes on that and stuff like that. So I need my other days. And I do give rest to myself at least for 1 or 2 days. This is important. This is very important. And meditations and taking some time to yourself, drinking lots of water and all that is very important.
All-in-one package.
No, I mean, these are pointers to actually, which will help you.
Madam, you take 3 to 4 clients per month or after 2 months or how?
No, 1 client, 2 full days.
Okay.
And then I tell them if you need a follow-up, maybe a month later or something, I will say. I'm in touch with them. And generally, 2 days are good enough for a lot of people. And like some of you said, I didn't get regressed, I didn't get regressed. I tell them that deep relaxation, the relaxation itself will heal a lot for you. So that and like making them feel one like you is very important.
I think Venu, Subbu and myself were discussing this. Challenge is like if you don't feel how it would be, then how can we have times to
don't have the downside. That's what we are trained to believe. So a lot of things, like for some of them I say, I wanted to, before I went in for it, I wanted to understand and then go. And then I told myself, we don't understand, millions of things that are happening. We don't understand how the sun is blazing so hot. We may be understanding 1% of it. We don't know why the planets are going around the sun. We don't know how a bud blooms into a flower. We don't know where the scent comes from. We may be knowing only 1% of the actual thing. There are lots of things that I tell them, that I told myself that I will shut up and go. That works also.
Just to add,
if you're a dentist, it doesn't mean that you're experienced tooth pain and expect treating patients. So yeah. No, I agree with what Murli said. The first thing which comes to your mind is, I finished this, was it a waste of my time? I'm not able to regress, or I have not been regressed. Okay, I regressed someone, was he or she telling the truth? It really happened. With all the doubts that will come to your mind, and this is going to bother you for some time. Okay, but don't let it bother you too much. Believe in it, it works. And all of us here, sitting here, are all people who are educated in the sense where we have gotten degrees and in professionals as well. No, so basically this is like people who are IT professionals, doctors, who are doing it, believing it. So never doubt this. And Venu, okay, the first time I was coming to Amarantos, the thought was, I don't know whom I'll be seeing, who is Venu, I don't know anything about it. Like some Babaji. I will see Venu. Venu is IT guy, who designed this for, I don't know how he mentioned this, but the Bangalore International Airport logistic systems are designed by him. Okay? So these are people who question, who understand the rational logic and do it. Yeah, so we have been able to experience and do it. Yeah, some of us have experienced past life, some of us have not experienced past life, but they're all able to get. Yeah, some of my batchmates who have not experienced past life, but they're able to do amazing work. Okay, and the proof, as Venu would have said, is in eating the pudding, right? So there are people who have got healed, there are people whose life has transformed. But what is PLR at the end of the day? What is that you're trying to achieve? Yes, you solve a problem for the person. But then, we have lived multiple lives, multiple karmas, multiple emotions that we carry forward. Does that mean we have to keep running to PLR every time we have a problem in life? No, the solution is basically to make the person understand that this is the divine energy that is helping you, to believe in that, do the right things so that you get the right things going ahead. And PLR is just one way to acknowledge it, that understand that bigger picture. Yeah, so that is the feeling you need to leave them with. And as Venu says, meditation. So we all need to start meditating or also try to inculcate that in the client, because that's the only way for you to burn your karmas and move ahead. So basically these are lessons what you get from PLR. Okay. So when it's the client experiencing it, it's you who are actually learning it. It's not just the client. So there's a lesson for all of us. Yeah? So and over a period of time, you just hear the history taking, and this is the problem this person would have had. Okay, and you see that it actually works because but there are multiple patterns. So don't fix yourself on this can be the only solution. Or solutions can come in multiple forms. Okay, it can just be your inner healing, or you may end up finding a right doctor who can help you heal. Okay, so the healings can come in any form. So don't think that just by doing PLRT this person will become fine. Sometimes they may not have got the right doctor to diagnose. So just trust the process.
I want to tell you another thing, that when the client is speaking, we all have a tendency to analyze or again attach to the previous experiences of our sessions. And so we may say, are they really telling the truth? So please stop that and trust what comes with our something. Just cry. Because when they get up, they say, is it really true? Like imagine, when I tell them, see, imagine if it was in your head now. It's not in my head. It's not in yours. So it's yours. So, but the relief part comes when, like that person who next day said, I'm relieved, I'm fine. So like that, when the relief comes, they know they are relieved.
I think one very important point I think Dr. Vandana made and also Malik said is, always remember it's not you who's doing it. That prayer, if you do a small prayer and ask the client to pray at the beginning of the session, it works wonders. Sometimes the sessions don't work. When we take a break, we say, okay, let's say a small prayer and start. You don't have to do it together. So one may do it.
Yes. Two things today that really touched my heart. One, you said, go to my website, download everything, use it, and then innovate. And if you do it better than me, I'll be proud of you. No teacher with greater intention would say that, and it came from your heart, and for that, we are all very, very blessed to have found you. And in 5 days, we did, and we continue to grow that way. So thank you for this experience. During one of the days, you quoted this poet called Santa Shishunala Sharifa. So I'm going to sing his song. It's a happy song. If you've heard of Lion King, it says Hakuna Matata. So don't worry, be happy. But if you have to worry, go ahead, nothing's going to change. So we are all in Bangalore, let's sing a Kannada song. Yeah? ಲೋಕದ ಕಾಳಜಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಂತಿ ನಿನ್ಯಾಗ ಬ್ಯಾಡಂತಾರ ಮಾಡಪ್ಪ ಚಿಂತಿ ಲೋಕದ ಕಾಳಜಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಂತಿ ನಿನ್ಯಾಗ ಬ್ಯಾಡಂತಾರ ಮಾಡಪ್ಪ ಚಿಂತಿ ನೀ ಮಾಡೋದು ಘಲಿಗೆ ಸಂತಿ ಮೇಲು ಮಾಳಿಗೆ ಕಟ್ಟಬೇಕಂತಿ ಆರ್ಯ ಮಾರಿ ಎಳಬೇಕಂತಿ ಮಣ್ಣಲ್ಲಿ ಇಳಿಯುವುದ ತನ್ನಗ ಮರತಿ ಲೋಕದ ಕಾಳಜಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಂತಿ ನಿನ್ಯಾಗಾಡತಾರ ಮಾಡಪ್ಪ ಚಿಂತಿ ನೆಲೆಯು ಗೋವಿಂದನ ಪಾದದೊಳೈತಿ ಅಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹುಡುಕಿದರೆನ್ನಲ್ಲೈತಿ ಶಿಶುನಲ ದೇಶನ ದಯೆಯೊಳಗೈತಿ ರಸಿಕನು ಮಾಡಿದ ಕವಿದೆಯೊಳೈತಿ ಲೋಕದ ಕಾಳಜಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಂತಿ ನಿನ್ಯಾಗಾಡತಾರ ಮಾಡಪ್ಪ ಚಿಂತಿ